Welcome to Boise, Idaho, where fans describe a home game in one way. We get them on the blue, and that typically means trouble for anyone who tangles with the Boise State Broncos. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Broncos will kick it away to start us off. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down for this offense. Give to Brown. At the 35, he's open. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
Wants to throw on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win,
and it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's looking to throw it. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You know, and that's a route this offense practices all week long. You really have to have great timing when you're throwing these out routes. There's nothing a defender can do on that one. Perfectly thrown, well caught. Nice job getting his feet in bounds.
Trying to run, it's Brown. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Snap it to the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Got 5 on that last one, now second and inches. Trying to power it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Louisville! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. First down here for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man quickly. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Makes the catch. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Well, Jesse, if they thought they were going to fool him by throwing it to the fullback, they did not. Big fella couldn't get started.
Yeah, sometimes these fullbacks, Reese, that they're not the most fleet of foot, and it can be easy for the defense to rally to them and use speed to get them to the ground.
Slings it downfield. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Touchdown, Broncos! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continued to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
On to attempt the try. Splits those uprights right in half. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied at 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Shuck. Using the quick game. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Brown has it. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
And the Cardinals are on the move. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Timeout, Boise State.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Cardinals.
Number 25 in the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner goes down.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field in those situations. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
Right down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. Open runway ahead. Inside the 30. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. He's going to pass. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown Broncos.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Louisville has has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two head.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. And the pass is picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver, they get to chase him. A really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Jackrabbit. Acorn.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
That's the end of the first half with the game tied.
The Cardinals will boot it away to start the second half. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Boise State ready to send out that offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Fires to the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Genty. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Going up top on first down. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for...
Picked off. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. To the ground. He's got it again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide out in motion. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw it. Shuck. Makes his connection. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch. It's Thompson. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter.